Welcome back to another Liverpool match review. Today we're going to be reviewing Liverpool versus Sparta. Great game, very open game, and big respect to Sparta and their fans for staying there till the end and cheering their team on. I mean, I heard the announcer screaming like almost the entirety of the match. That's the kind of stuff that we need to see in football. The passion is still there. The love for the game is there, regardless of what their team is or where their team is at in the game. They're still there. They're still fighting. They're still cheering their team on. And I love seeing that. And I love the fact that Sparta was brave enough to come and play attacking football against Liverpool and not try to park the bus and grind out a result. They really came at our throats really in that first half and in the beginning of the second half as well, which, that own goal was totally created by them and their intensity and their desire to try to get forward. You could see some of their players, cheering their supporters on, fist pumping the crowd, all of that stuff. And it's no wonder why they've only lost now 2 games all season. They're a very, very good team. I like the way that they play. Unfortunately, they ran into Liverpool, who are in phenomenal form themselves and who have only lost 2 games all season themselves as well. So it was a great matchup, wide open play, back and forth type of action, and I absolutely loved it. Big standouts for a lot of the players, I guess I should say, is Darwin Nunez. Oh my goodness. Does he score regular goals? I don't think that he does. I think that every time he gets on the pitch, he's trying to score worldly, and he scored 2 worldies today. And I think there's something that needs to be said about Darwin Nunez and his play this season. I believe that's 27 goal contributions already this season. And like I predicted, he's on track for 40. Really, we still have like a month and a half or 2 months left of this season or longer, depending on how much longer we stay at a lot of these extra competitions. Darwin could easily hit that mark. And it seems he's finally hitting his stride. He's finally hitting those heights that we knew that he could hit. And to him kissing that badge, you can tell that he just values our support so much. In us staying behind him when he was going through that tough patch of not scoring and a lot of the pressure from media and opposition teams, he sees that stuff, and I think that meant a whole ton to him. And the way that he's been able to turn it around has just been absolutely amazing. I love the way that he plays. He forces midfielders and his teammates to find him. A lot of attackers, what they do is that they wait for their teammates to find them, kind of like Haaland does with Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne has to play a spectacular pass that splits multiple lines and finds him, in that back line. Versus Darwin, he makes the run and makes you find him. His movement is probably some of the best that I've ever seen. His movement and positioning. Being able to find space like the way he does in professional football is extremely difficult to do. And to do it consistently over and over and over, where you get chance after chance after chance, is insane, really. And I like what everyone has been saying before. If he can fix his finishing, he will be a scary, scary player. And that's what it looks like what was happening. Because if he continues to use the movement that he's notorious for, and he continues to find spaces and find chances, if he's able to bury these chances now, oh my goodness, we could be having a new Luis Suarez in our team with this season left and the next season coming. You can tell he's just totally getting into the swing of things. But Salah has returned. That goal that he scored, in my personal opinion, it should have stood. It was not offsides. Gakpo was offsides, but he wasn't interfering with the play. So it was a very peculiar call. It didn't affect the outcome of the game, thankfully, but it did take the opportunity away from Salah to score his 20th goal of the season in 7 consecutive seasons, which no one in Liverpool history has ever done before. So for those people who say that Mohamed Salah is not a Premier League all-time great, they need to shut up. Like, seriously, like no one has ever done that for Liverpool in the past. Not Steven Gerrard, not Fernando Torres, not Luis Suarez. And I know a lot of these guys, that I'm mentioning now, or Ian Rush even, right? Or not Ian Rush, I'm sure has done it, but not in the Premier League era, right? Not Robbie Fowler, not Michael Owen. A lot of these guys are legendary. They're legendary status. So to say Mohamed Salah isn't the greatest attacker that we've ever had for Liverpool in the Premier League era, it's tough to argue when he keeps breaking these records. He's that guy, and he deserves a statue when he leaves, in my personal opinion. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think on those things. But Szoboszlai put a stamp on it. He grew into that game. It's good seeing him back onto the pitch after a couple months. I've always said that when Sabo gets into his stride or into his rhythm, and he starts playing like he was playing for Leverkusen, we may have one of the most dangerous attacking midfielders in the Premier League. Seriously, he can pick a pass, right foot, left foot, can bomb one in from long range, excellent dribbling. He's a big dude. I believe he's like 6'2". He's got good mass on him, and he's young. So I love seeing him put the ball in the back of the net, get some more confidence, and suit up for that Chelsea game, right? So the man of the match for me, Darwin Nunez, of course, 2 screamers. Big shout out to Harvey Elliott for bagging 2 assists, though. But the real issue is that Liverpool keeps stacking up these injuries. Ibrahima Konate went off injured, I believe it was at the beginning of the second half, and which has been an issue for him in the past. It wasn't for this season so far. So hopefully it's more of a precautionary thing. We'll have to keep our eye on that. Gomez also went off at halftime. I don't know if that was just a rotation thing because they're planning on playing him in the weekend. But another one that we'll have to keep our eye on. And then Nunez, I think, came off early as a precaution as well. But these injuries are starting to scare me a little bit, mainly because they're happening almost every game. And I think the Liverpool fitness staff are being a little bit more careful and not letting these players come back sooner than they need to, because it could create a long-term issue. Like, yes, you make it for this game, but then you miss another 2, 3, 4, 5 games because you came back a game too soon, right? But Liverpool cruise, and now they look forward towards City. If Nunez continues to play that he's playing, and Salah looks as sharp as he did today, Man City could be in trouble at Anfield. With a capacity of over 60,000 people, this one is ours for us to win. It's ours for us to win, boys. We got to lock in on this one. I'm also doing a live stream for that match. Yes, we will be doing our first watch-along, Premier League watch-along, at least this weekend for the Manchester City-Liverpool game. It should be an absolute blast. Please join me. I'll be jumping on 15 minutes before kickoff, hanging out with you guys, answering questions, doing predictions. For everyone who tuned in last time, big thank you to all of you. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe this page so that we can get recommended more Liverpool fans can jump in on these conversations, and we can grow our community. Big thank you again for everyone who's decided to subscribe to the channel. We've had over 300 people subscribe to the channel in the past week. Let's keep growing. Thank you, everybody. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Peace.